Welcome to Big Daddy's Story Time. We're reading Crispy in The Birthday Band. Every year, Tim looked forward to his birthday, but it seemed like something always went wrong. One year, he got the measles and gave it to everyone. The year after that, the basement flooded and spoiled his party. Another year, Tim was supposed to go to an amusement park with his friends, but it rained the whole day. This year will be different, Tim's parents promised. Tim sure hoped it would be. He peeked in drawers and listened to doorways, hoping to get some clue about a birthday celebration. He thought he might even find the new harmonica he was hoping for, but he didn't find a trace of party plans or presents. When the big day finally came, Jim Tim jumped out of bed and ran downstairs. His parents and his sister Karen were already having breakfast. "Good morning," they said, as if it were any other day. Nobody shouted "Happy birthday" or started to sing. "They've forgotten," thought Tim sadly as he ate his breakfast. Soon Tim's family rushed off to their Saturday chores and left him alone at the table. Tim sat by himself in the quiet kitchen, and a big lonely tear rolled down his cheek. Then he heard a strange sound. What was that? Tim wondered, and he held his breath and listened. It was music, but it wasn't coming from the radio. Tim followed the sound to the cabinet, where he saw the most amazing thing, a band of tiny animals playing happy music. Tim rubbed his eyes and blinked, but the animals were still there, proudly playing their instruments. At the end of the song, the funny little piano player exclaimed, "Ah, cha cha cha!" "What? What?" Tim scampered. "An audience," Crispy declared happily. "My name's Tim," Tim managed to say. "Let me introduce myself. I'm Crispy, and this is the Crispy Critters Cereal Band," said the piano player. Then all at once, the other animals played a chord on their instruments and took a little bow. "I've never heard of an animal band before," said Tim. "Neither have we, but indubitably, here we are," said Crispy. We've made up a song about it." Tim listened with astonishment as the band started to play. "Most sheep like to beat, but I like to keep the beat," sang Sam the ram with a roll on his drums. "Lions always roar, but I like singing more," Brian the lion sang. Then Camille the camel and Dewey the donkey sang a duet. We'd rather play than bray." And Zippo the hippo sang, "I like the piccolo because it sounds so mellow. It sounds so different from the hippo's loud bellow." The animals stopped suddenly in the middle of their song. "What's the matter?" asked Crispy. Don't you don't you like our sound?" "You're really great," Tim replied, but he didn't sound very excited. "Is something wrong?" Crispy asked gently. I've got two furry ears just made for listening." Tim explained what seemed to happen on his birthday each year. He added gloomily, "But this year is the worst. No one remembered my birthday at all." With that, Crispy struck a note on his piano, and the other animals quickly joined him in a joyous version of Happy birthday to you. Hey, wait for me, said Tim, pulling out his old harmonica out of his pocket. It wasn't the big new one that he had hoped for, but the sound was still quite nice. All morning, Tim and his new friends played music together. They were having such a good time that Tim forgot all about his birthday until his mother called from downstairs. Tim, come down to the basement, please. I need help folding the laundry. Chores on my birthday? Tim muttered crossly. He went sadly to the basement. Mom, Tim called into the darkness from the top of the stairs. Then he clicked on the light switch and surprise! All of Tim's friends and relatives were there in the basement, which was covered with bright paper streamers filled with balloons and presents. There was even a big cake with candles. Tim's father handed him a brightly wrapped package. Open it, he urged. Don't you Did you think we'd forgotten? Tim tore the paper, and inside the box he found a shiny new harmonica that made beautiful sounds. Tim couldn't wait to play a tune on it, so he started with one of the songs he'd been practicing with the animal band. Before he finished the song, the Crispy Critters cereal band joined him. They played all afternoon, and everyone danced, clapped, and tapped their feet to the music. Ah, cha cha cha! Exclaimed Crispy. Indubitably, we are the hit. Indubitablies, Tim scampered. Indubitably, Crispy corrected. Tim declared, This is the best birthday anyone ever had. So we can take away from this, my friends, is that sometimes we think that things aren't going to go the way that we want them to go, but in the end, they always turn out better, okay? And we can always take from this that our friends will support us even when things are not going so well. So remember that friendship is priceless, and on those days or moments that you think that maybe something's gone wrong, lean on that friendship, and that friendship will carry you through. I thank you so much for listening. I hope you had as much joy listening as I had reading it to you. Thanks again for listening.